Hello, my pretties. Let's talk to Traitors, shall we? I am recapping episode 4. In this episode, I feel like we got to figure out who are the movers and the shakers in this game, who are the big game leaders, you know, and who are followers. I feel like we really get an eye for what this cast, how they feel about who would actually be a traitor and who won't be. So let's get into it. We start off at the breakfast table, and immediately all of the survivors of the night before are questioned. Lisa is a bad liar, okay? I thought she would be better at lying than this since she's an actor and she was on Housewives, and let's be honest, she has experience lying, but she was so taken aback by them questioning her. She was giving so much detail, so much theatrics. I feel like that kind of made her look weird, but we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the cast is feeling about her in episode 5. Eric said he was 99% sure he knew who the traitor was. 99% is a big percentage, so to be throwing out someone that you're suspected of, so I hope it works out for him, but we'll get back to that. They discover that Caroline was murdered. It was housewife versus housewives crime, okay? Lisa was so savage during her murder. She said she'll never see that woman again, go back to Dubai, basically. Too bad, so sad. There's no loyalty amongst housewives. I love the way Lisa executed her murder. And I also love that it was low-key Colton's fault that Caroline went home, because I cannot stand Colton with any fiber of my entire being. Oh, he's just loud and wrong for no reason, but we'll talk about that later. We see before the challenge, Colton starts to gather a group, and he's basically laying out why he feels like Tiffany is a traitor, but honestly he's saying that she's a good strategist, and she was like, I guess the night before, talking about her strategy, and that put her on his radar. Just because she's a good strategist doesn't make her a traitor. She comes from a game show. She comes from Big Brother. Her mind's thinking about strategy. That actually makes her a really good faithful, that she's always thinking about what's coming next. She's thinking 5 steps ahead. But to Colton, because he has to be the smartest person in the room, assumes that because she's the smart lady, that she must be a traitor. Oh, really, Colton? Wow, really good logic, idiot. During the challenge, Monet starts to clock that Lisa is not really being herself, which will become a big deal later on, but I feel like if I were in the house and I knew of Lisa, I would also be like, you're being awfully quiet. Like, she just has that type of personality where she's always loud. I feel like if she were a faithful, she would be up in everyone's face, and I feel like Monet is kind of clocking that. Like, there's something off about Lisa right now, but he can't quite put his finger on it. Also, he has no substantial evidence. You hear that, Colton? He has no evidence, so he's not gonna just throw her name out of nowhere, but he does tell Candace, and Candace warns Lisa because there obviously are traitor partners. And Candace being such a good traitor because she could easily use Monet to her advantage because they're very close, but instead she's being a good traitor partner to her team and letting Lisa know that Monet is onto her. Okay, after the challenge, they all are in the kitchen before the big ceremony at the end. Colton is obviously trying to gather a crew of people. He's talking to Jam Jam. He's in the kitchen talking to a bunch of people, laying out his reasons as to why it's Tiffany, and that they just need to trust him. Just trust him, because Colton knows everything, obviously, of course. And Candace rightly points out that this is exactly what happened to Portia. They're putting someone's name out without any clear evidence, just based off of feeling, off of a vibe. Honestly, Colton's getting a little personal with it too. Like, I don't know, just the way he's reasoning, it's not substantial evidence. It's just like how he feels, and that's not a good way to choose who a traitor is. That's just not good gameplay at all. So going into the turret, the big suspects of being a traitor are Ron and Tiffany, and immediately Colton calls out Tiffany's name and goes down his reasons for why she may be a traitor, but the way he's coming at her is just way too much. It's just hurtful. Like, you can tell he's really hurting her feelings, like trying to like catch her in a lie, and it's not working. He says, oh, maybe you're smarter than me. Like, yeah, she actually is smarter than you. Just because she's good at strategy, again, does not mean that she is a traitor. It makes her a good faithful. Colton even says that Tiffany is the most dangerous. Actually, Colton, you're the most dangerous, because one, you have a history of stalking your ex. And can I side note, I don't understand why he got casted. You know, he has a history of stalking, and just because he came out as gay doesn't mean like he's still not capable of stalking. He can very easily stalk a gay man too, or other people in general. Like, it's very weird that he's casted and they're trying to rehabilitate his image. This is not a Tom Sandoval cheating situation. This is a man who may be dangerous to other people around him. But anyway, Eric basically sealed Tiffany's fate by saying that he heard her laugh when he was up for elimination the night before. He is a musician, so they should trust his ears. And Tiffany's like, well, maybe you should get another career. I love Eric Nam. I think he's great at what he does outside of the show, but like, I feel like you can almost say you can make yourself believe anything. Like, if you're in that game, if you're in that situation and you're already in a paranoid setting and you hear someone laugh, you hear a weird footstep, you could easily make your brain think that you heard someone. Like, you can easily be like, oh my god, that was Monet. Like, Monet, you know, has a laugh like that. Like, even though it's completely not that person, we do need to talk about it. Like, a lot of the black people are being targeted this season, and I think that happens in a lot of other Traitor seasons. A lot of, like, the UK, the brown skinned people are automatically suspect and not trusted, and it just, like, reveals how much bias people have toward one another. It's really unsettling and unnerving, but whatever. At the end of the day, Tiffany gets banished. She's a faithful, she's as faithful as they actually fucking come, but whatever. Colton doesn't even seem sorry. Colton's just like, darn, we'll get him next time. Like, no, Colton, you actually messed up, got out of faithful. You're not playing the game well at all. It's really irritating. Eric, I can almost like forgive him a little bit just because I feel like he really felt like he heard her. He may have heard Candace, I don't know, but like, it's just not good evidence saying that you heard someone's laugh. Okay, well, I can say that I heard, like, I don't know, Michael Jackson in the background. Like, you can literally say anything to prove your own bias and to prove your own suspicions in this game. You really need evidence. Candace is such a good traitor because she knows when to speak up to make it feel like she's a trustworthy person in the game. She knows when to sit back. She's giving just enough to be a faithful, but also, like, keeping her cards close to her chest. And she's also looking out for her other traitors, which in the last seasons, you know, that's not usual. Usually the traitors, like, try to play against each other to get each other out. But this season, I feel like her and Rob have it in the back. Lisa, not so much. Lisa, be careful, girl. Okay, I will recap episode 5 in my next videos. Bye.